Yo, what's going down? Good Friday, y'all. I'm Donald Nuts with Supreme Confidence. You're listening to today's episode, Confidence in the Clutch podcast on the Confidence in the Clutch Network, episode 79. Whether it's the game of basketball or the game of life, you got to have confidence in the clutch. Practice makes confidence. Pressure makes diamonds. Stay sucker free. Keep it a buck. Stay woke or get out. Gold ball or bust. You can't fit in when you're standing out. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, YouTube, and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Hit that bell button to get notifications of new episodes. It's important. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K&K. Coming up, we're going to talk about Breanna Stewart and her tragic injury. WNBA news, Eastern Conference playoffs, Western Conference playoffs, y'all. You know what it is. Like always, bringing you quality content with strong opinions and facts. The confidence starts right now. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence
4, 5, 6.
in the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.
Yeah. What it do, y'all? Good Friday for everybody that's recognizing or observing it. You know what I mean? This day that Jesus was crucified, dead, and buried. So, one of the greatest stories ever told. We know what's going to happen in 2 days on Easter Sunday, what that signifies. So, everybody that's celebrating that holiday, Good Friday today, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody else for being alive today. It's all good. Just got back from eating sushi, man. I love this place, man. One of my OG. Ate too much. I don't know what we think about. I drank too much water. Can't eat the water with the sushi. Drink the water with the sushi. Expands the rice in your stomach. I know I won't eat nothing else the rest of the day, yo. Got hit with all the homework from my one professor, man. Like, oh. Regular classes end on the 3rd. Exams commence on the 10th. Time to get with it, y'all. Let's jump into this podcast. Episode 79, y'all. Steady moving, steady grooving. Coming up on the 1-year anniversary. We're a month away. Try to see if I can get the homeboys out. A month away from the 1-year anniversary of Confidence in the Clutch podcast, right? It's your boy, Donald Nelson. Let's get it. Let's go. Oh, it pains me being a female basketball coach. Young ladies basketball coach. Supporter of the game. 2018 regular season and finals WNBA MVP Breanna Stewart ruptures her Achilles tendon in the EuroLeague Final Four championship game. Oh, that hurt just reading that, yo. Listen, injuries can happen anywhere. We know whether you're walking up the stairs or, making a no contact basketball pad play. We like DeMarcus Cousins the other day in the league. We know injuries can happen, but it's just sad that our women professional players have to go overseas to make anything comparable to men's salaries. But you know what I'm saying? Best of luck to Stewie for a speedy and healthy recovery. WNBA, it's ran by the NBA. So just get more sponsors, please. Somebody get more sponsors. Better your owners, just pay the women more. I know I read something that said that the WNBA has never made a profit. And I get that, but man, if we're trying to keep our women here so that they all don't go overseas, we kind of got to pay them accordingly, because who's paying the overseas salaries? Are we saying it's just wealthy investors over there that is paying for the young ladies to stay over there at a high rate? Like, it's to the point now where the WNBA is looked at as the part-time job. That's not the full-time job. That's why we've seen some players that skipped out on WNBA seasons, because they'd rather be more prepared for their more lucrative overseas teams. So the minimum WNBA salary is $41,000. Okay. The highest is $115,000. The minimum NBA salary is $845,000. The average NBA salary is $7.4 million. Now we know, yes, we know, more sponsors, okay, more tickets, TV revenue, sales, merchandise sales, shoe deals. We know those are all more lucrative to men. So we know it's not going to be a one-to-one model, but we have to figure out how to pay our women at least a little bit more. We're going overseas. Might not be something they have to do. Shout out to, Chinya Gumake. She didn't go overseas this year. Candace Parker, she didn't go overseas this year. She got TV deals, right? Like, they in the studios now. ESPN and TNT, respectively. So, I just wish it was something that the women didn't have to go overseas. Now, like I said, the first thing I said, injuries happen regardless, right? Injuries happen regardless. So they can be walking up the stairs and get injured here, right? It always brings up the attention that when they get injured playing overseas, that damn, you know what I mean? But that's their real job. So would we rather them get injured playing in WNBA season so they don't make the real money? So I think our expectations is backwards in this country if you really know what's going on. But shout out to Stu. In other WNBA news, shout out to Cappy Pondexter out of Chicago Marshall's own, who announced her retirement. 2-time WNBA champion with the Phoenix Mercury, 7-time All-Star, 3-time first team All-WNBA, one of the top 15 players in WNBA history, all right? Won an 2008 gold medal with the Olympic team. She has 4 Turkish League championships, 3rd all-time leading scorer at Rutgers. You made Chicago and us proud. Chicago's Midwest. We a Midwestern city, so we always proud of our own. She did it her way. Shout out to Cappy. Now, the new WNBA logo was dope. Y'all seen it? You got to put it up. The logo's hair is in a bun with the player going to the basket. So it's like you got the back of her. The league states it's not based on a player, but already speculation is Diana Taurasi, Candace Parker, and Elena Delle Donne all have been linked as the logo. We all know Jerry West is the logo for the NBA. So what they said, they took a lot of input from players, and that's the picture they want, but this in a bun. So we know a couple of players who have worn their hair in a bun, and they have a newer player that plays for the New York Liberty. Forgive me for not mentioning the young lady's name. They said the movement and the bun mirrors her as well. But we know they're not going to do that after second-year players. They're always going to be one of the greats that we have. So shout out to WNBA, though, making moves, man. We just got to get the money up. They shouldn't be taking commercial flights and all that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that should be better for our women. But, I mean, we could talk about that in all walks of life, though. But I'm just saying, we got to keep talking about it so that hopefully things can change. That's what I will say. Let's see. Hold up. All right, we back now. All right. Y'all know I got to get my music together, y'all. Moving on. Let's get into this playoffs, man. It's real out here. There we go. There we go. All right. Eastern Conference. Let's jump into it. Bucks won game 2 against Detroit. Bucks lead series 2-0. Milwaukee was led by Eric Bledsoe with 27 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Eric Bledsoe been playing his ass off. Like I like him now. I like Dame Lillard. Like it was just something about him that I didn't like previously this year. Both them brothers that won me over. I'm fans of both, but Bledsoe is playing his ass off, yo. Giannis had 26, 12, and 4. The big three of Milwaukee with Middleton scored 77 of Milwaukee's 120 points. Detroit was led by Luke Kennard again with 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Andre Drummond had a double-double as well, 18 and 16. No Blake again, his knee or whatever. At this point, Blake don't even come back. It don't make no sense. We got to win 4 out of 5 now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't even make no sense for Blake to play. If it's your knee, it's your knee. So, Milwaukee outscored Detroit 35-17 in the third quarter, man. That third quarter is always big. Even with 2K or any game you play, you win that third quarter, most of the time you're going to win the game. So, They outscored them 35-17, and they were able to coast with that win, y'all. So the Bucks look like they got a 2-0 lead. Play tomorrow in Detroit. If that's the one Detroit going to get, it's going to be that one. If not, we're looking at the sweep for the Bucks, y'all. Moving on. Boston and Indiana. Celtics win game 2. Celtics lead series 2-0. Boston was led by Kyrie with 37 points. He had 19 in the second half, showing his true worth, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Jason Tatum, 26 points, 10 in the fourth quarter, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Indiana was led by Bogdanovich with 23 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Young, 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Boston trailed by as much as 11 in the second half. Third quarters in game 1 and 2. We just talked about the third quarters. Third quarters in game 1 and 2. Boston has outscored Indiana by 31. What I will say about Boston, though, Kyrie and Jason can't take more than half y'all shots. But if that's how y'all playing right now because no Marcus Smart, it is what it is, though. But we got to make sure everybody get involved because now they got to come and play the Bucks after this series with Indiana. So we're going to see how that go. But I'm just saying, yo. I don't know if that's going to be good, if that's going to be sustainable. But if it is, that might be able to get them out of the East. We got to see. I'm rolling with the Mill, though. But if not, if Boston beat the Mill, I'm rolling with Boston. Period point blank, yo. Moving on. Toronto and Orlando series. Raptors win game 2, 111-82. Series tied, 1-1. Toronto led 51-39 at the half of game 2. Magic, 37% field goal percentage, 26.5% from three-point field goals. Just didn't shoot it well. That's all it is. They just didn't shoot it well. 17 turnovers didn't help as well for the Magic. Toronto was led by Kawhi, 37 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Second most points in the playoff game for Kawhi. Kyle Lowry actually showed up for this game. 22.7 rebounds, 4 assists. Gordon led Magic. Aaron Gordon led Magic with 20 and 5. Ross had 15. Orlando didn't shoot it right. The game tonight going to be big because if Orlando could pull that out, then we're going to have to be figuring out. Then it turns into a 4-game series, right? with 4-game series, with Toronto got to win 3 and Orlando got to win 2 with that pressure, man. So there's something to look at. Finally, the Eastern Conference. The most talked about series, the Philly and Brooklyn series. Now, Sixers won game 3, 131-115. Philly leads series 2-1. Ben Simmons had a game after they had a finding missing Ben Simmons, but they said they had the poster missing Ben Simmons, missing his jump shot, put up his demos, what he is and all that, saying he left his game in Orlando because they said he was hungover and missed a game. I mean, foolishness. But that's just young people shit. We all did it. This works. We was hungover, partying too much. But Simmons led Philly with 31 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, 11-13, 85% from the field. Now, after laughing at the elbow landed by Embiid on damn, what that boy name? Oh man, I'm sorry. The center from the Nets. And Nets players taking offense to him and Embiid laughing at the press conference. Embiid said it's because he don't apologize for nothing, and that's why Simmons was laughing at him. Regardless, it was a bad look, you know. Either apologize or don't apologize at all if you're going to do it. Then Jared Dudley critiquing Ben Simmons' game, saying he thrives in full court, but just an average and half-court player. Simmons responded. Showed everybody what it is. He told them who? Jared Dudley, who? Like, he don't matter. Like, who's Jared Dudley? Like, he's just an old cat, right? Tobias Harris had 29 points. 6 assists for Trey Ball. 16 rebounds and 3 assists, so he picked up some of the slack for Joel being out. No Embiid that game. D'Lo led the Nets with 26 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Karis LeVert had 26-7, 19 in the second quarter for Brooklyn. I hope I didn't say New Jersey. Right? Philadelphia held the lead from halfway through the first quarter. So, I mean, they took it and they just kept it the whole time, right? Philly out-rebounded and out-assisted Brooklyn. Philly shot 49%. 41% from three-point field goal to Brooklyn, shooting 41%, 21% from the field. You see what that discrepancy is, that tray ball. The teams are living and dying by the tray ball. They're shooting themselves out of game. Like, it's really like 1 pass over half, pull. 2 passes over half, pull. Like, it ain't even pump fake, go to the hole, try to get a foul, try to get an and one no more. Them days is damn near over. So, Philly outscored Brooklyn 66-49 in the first and fourth quarters of the game. So, once again, They started well and they ended well. All right. So now we move over to the Western Conference and check them out. Golden State with the Clippers, you know, the big everything that people was talking about, and you know, with KD and KD and my man, you know, KD in the press conference, like, man, I'm KD. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know who I am. Y'all know what they doing. They throwing a junk defense at me, but y'all know what they doing. We know what they doing. So, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, people just want KD the ball. That's it. That's all. They just want KD the ball. That's it, yo. And I mean, he did come and play. He came to play. I will say that. Man, I'm looking for this. Man, damn, man. This shit. Apple's file system, one thing I will say, it needs to get better. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to go through 2 months to find some files. And it's really too much, man. I'm trying to find just 2 files and can't find them joints, man. It's just terrible. Really, it is. I don't even know where the hell they at, yo. Like, for real, I don't know. But anyway, y'all, let me jump back into it. So with that being said, I gotta oh my goodness, it's terrible. Y'all hold up. Y'all know what it is. Multitasking, doing everything over here, so we will be straight. We'll be straight. All right, let's go. All right, so Golden State and the Clippers. Warriors win Game 3 last night, 132-105. Warriors lead series 2-1. Previous Game 2, KD was guarded by Patrick Beverley for 40 possessions, right? He had 2 field goal attempts and 3 turnovers. You can't have more turnovers than field goal attempts, KD. So he said, okay. He was talking to the press conference. What y'all want me to do? I'm not a 20 to 30 shots a game shooter. Steve Kerr begged to differ. KD, you got to shoot that shit, fam. Shoot that shit. What KD do? Shoot that shit. KD had 25 in the first half of Game 3, right? He was 14 to 23 from the field. That all scored was 38 and 7 assists. Come on, man. KD showed who he was. I told y'all. Y'all know who I am. I'm KD. It was easy. Steph had 21, 7-11 for the field. Clippers shot 37% from the field. Clippers starting 5 scored 56 points in blowout loss. Come on, man. Y'all got to give us more than 56 points. Zubac had 18 and 15. It was big picking up. I don't know why I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss for somebody, man. I need to have these stats put up. It was big for the Warriors to pick up Andrew Bogut because he started in place of Boogie, and he did his thing, right? But it didn't matter because the Clippers trailed by as much as 35 in the game. It was just, you know, it is what it is. Golden State Warriors showed their dominance without Boogie. That's just the biggest thing, man. They lost Boogie. They still showed their dominance, man. My favorite series in the Western Conference, the OKC Portland series. They going back at it tonight. Blazers win Game 2, 114-94. Blazers lead series 2-0. Blazers was led by Lillard and McCollum with 62 points combined. CJ, 33, 8, and 5. Dang, 29, 4, and 6. 3 steals and 2 blocks. 3-point field goals is the problem. I mean, it's just a Thunder, man. I mean, it's bad. I hate this. It's just three-pointer. That's what everybody doing, right? So I'm just trying to understand what's going on. So, man, Westbrook, 5 of 20 from the game. 6 turnovers. 14, 9, and 11. Come on, man. 5 of 20, though. That's 15 shots you missed. I needed to look at how many 3-point field goals he missed. PG led OKC with 27, 8, and 3. He had 5 turnovers. Portland, 13 of 28 from trey ball line. OKC, 5 of 28. There you go again. They hit 8 more trey balls than OKC. OKC, too many threes. How many times is OKC playing the game going to get stripped clean by Portland? They were stripping them like at the park, like you scared to dribble. Like, I mean, stripping them clean, though. 30, 35 feet away from the basket. You know what I'm saying? Like stripping their ass. That's what I'm talking about. Timing it. 1, 2, 3 on the 4th. I'm going to reach and get that shit. Right? OKC have taken 30 more 3-point field goals than Portland during the series. Live by the 3, die by the 3. Put your head down, get to the basket. Make them boys play. Right? Denver, San Antonio. Denver won game 2, 114-105. Jamal Murray led the Nuggets with 24, 2 and 4. Jokic had 21, 13 and 8. DeRozan led Spurs with 31-7 and 2 and 2 steals. Aldridge chipped in 24, 8 and 3. Spurs were up by 19 in the third quarter, right? Nuggets outscored Spurs 39-23 in the fourth. Jamal Murray killed it in the second half of that game. 21 of his 24 points in the fourth quarter, right? They had to just put a body in front of him, right? But three-point field goal, the Nuggets was 10-24. Spurs were 5-18. Once again, led by the 3, died by the 3. And Denver won that game in the turnover category and the assist category. When you're turning people over and you're out assisting them, that's good for you as well. But then, last night, Spurs won game 3, 118-108. Popovich is his finest. Spurs lead series 2-1 now. Derek White's career high 36 points led Spurs. DeRozan scored 25, 4 and 5. Jokic led Denver with 22 and 8. Malik Beasley had 29. Spurs led 31-22 after the first quarter and sealed the win with a 15-3 run in the fourth. Spurs won a turnover battle, 6-13. We talked about the last game. Denver won a turnover battle. All right. So this is a must-win game 4 for Denver this weekend. They got to win it. They can't go down 3-1 heading back to Denver, right? Spurs has controlled every game, including the game 2 loss. If it wasn't for Jamal Murray having that killer fourth quarter, they win that game. So it could be 3-0 right now, but it's not. It's 2-1. So we know how great San Antonio is at home. So Denver got to come with it. And this is why people wanted to match up against Denver, because they thought they could get them. And we're going to see if they had that resolve and they get a young team, if they can handle that pressure being the number 2 seed in the West. We're going to see. In the final series in the Western Conference, Houston and Utah. Houston won game 2, 118-98. Rockets lead series 2-0. Rockets was led by Harden with 32, 13, and 10. His third triple-double in the playoffs. CP3 has 17, 4, 3, 2, and 2. Rubio led Jazz with 17, 9, 4, and 4 steals. Favors at 14, 12, 3 blocks, and 1 steal. So Houston is just overmatching Utah. Utah don't have nothing for them. They can't either. You're going to hold Harden or you ain't going to hold them. I mean, it's fake-ass defense they playing. I get it, but either hold them or don't hold them. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can try all these schemes. I listen to Jalen and Kobe. Jalen, like, I'm left-handed. The thing I used to love people do force me right, because what that do is allow me to go right, then cross you up, come back left, you running by me, and it's all good. like that's the real thing to do. I've been hearing that shit all my life because what Jalen say, 10% of the league is left-handed. So you're like, man, come on, like whatever. So, but yeah, that's that. I'm expecting Houston to sweep them cats as well, man. Final topic of the day: Kyler Murray. All this talk about him this week, where he gonna go in the draft and all that. The baseball stuff keep on popping up. More details. I think should he have given up the baseball? It's reported the A's offer him $14 million extra on top of the $5 million they gave him or whatever to play and guarantee he was going to be on a 40-man roster. What should he do? My thing is do what he feels. We know how violent football is. He's one hit away from major injury and everything being messed up for him. But risking being okay at both sports and not great at one. Is that something he's a quarterback. He has to go all in, right? That's what they're saying. I would have loved to see him do the Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders. Could he be the first at quarterback to do it? I don't know. But clearly he loves football. And that's what he want to go in. And I'm sure if he's unsuccessful at football, they might still say, come on with it and come do the baseball. But you go with your love first. I mean, we all got to go with our love first. Can't nobody else tell us what we need to do, y'all. So shout out to Kyler Murray for sticking to his guns and doing what he want to do. Bump what everybody else saying, y'all. It's all good, y'all. Appreciate all the listens, all the downloads, all the streams, all the references, all the sharing. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You helping me grow. This is a slow thing, y'all, but I'm getting up to my 150 episodes that I've put out. You know what I mean? It's a great thing. Like I said, 1 year anniversary coming up, Confidence in the Klutch. That's what I do. You know what I mean? Do it for the love, do it for the craft. I appreciate all my followers, all the fans, everything, everybody else. You know what I mean? Keep on supporting, man. I really appreciate you. Y'all bigger and better things coming up in year 2. Whether it's the game of basketball or the game of life, you got to have confidence in the clutch. Practice makes confidence. Pressure makes diamonds. Stay sucker free. Keep it a buck. Stay woke and get out. Gold ball or bust. You can't fit in when you're standing out. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, YouTube, and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Hit that bell button to get notifications of new episodes is important. Visit us on Facebook, Confidence in the Klutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K in the K. Y'all have a great Easter weekend, man. Enjoy this basketball. I'm going to have my ass doing work, y'all. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.